Welcome to our daily countdown to the kickoff of the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. This is Nigeria Super Fans Forum, and my name is Oluwafemi Ashaolu. It is the morning after Ghana's 2-0 victory over Switzerland in an international friendly, the final warm-up before the kickoff of the tournament. Of course, today, Friday, the Black Stars will be jetting off to Qatar to prepare earnestly for their Group H opener against Portugal, who yesterday in faraway Lisbon taught the Super Eagles a lesson and perhaps sent a message to the Otto side that we are coming for you. It's going to be a very interesting one. Once again, I welcome you. And I hope you're still reveling in that 2-0 victory the Black Stars had over the Swiss side. Kayode Ogundare joins us via phone today while James Agberebi is live in the studio. Kayode, you're welcome to the show once again.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure as always.
Okay. James, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Femi.
Your face show today, what's the secret?
Nothing much, you're just there.
Yesterday, you still found a way to bring Arsenal into that conversation where Pate and Xhaka, they were still doing Arsenal meeting after the season.
It's not every day you find yourself at the top of the Premier League table, so you just have to enjoy the moment while it lasts.
Okay, but I know you guys are just there temporarily. Okay, let's get down to business. Kayode, I don't even know where to begin. Of course, we also need to talk about news coming from Senegal about Sadio Mane that is now being rolled out of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Very, very sad one for Senegal. I do not know how at least you said we'll be dealing with this. But Kayode, let's get started. Yesterday in Lisbon, we saw what Portugal did to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Super Eagles' 5th defeat. Friendly defeat, consecutive defeat this year. That is not even the talking point because the Super Eagles, they do not even deserve anything this year. It's been shambolic for them. But let's look at the lessons that you think Portugal can take away from that game.
You mean Ghana?
Ghana, rather. Thank you. The lessons that you feel that Otto side can take away from that game as they prepare for the opener. Because he has said, after the Switzerland game, he said the focus now is Portugal. Even when they threw questions at him about South Korea, he said, I respect South Korea. He said, I'm looking forward to meeting you. Some mean again. He said, I was his under-19 coach at Hamburg. But I'm sorry, the focus now is Portugal. So what lessons do you think Ghana can take away from that defeat over the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Thank you very much, Femi. The first one that struck me as I watched the Nigerian game is that of organization. That you have to be very, very organized against this particular team. If the Ghanaians would have any chance of taking anything away from this game, they have to be properly organized. We saw the Nigerian team run all over the place like headless chickens without a focus. The first thing you have to do is, Femi, I'm sorry to say this, it sounds very, very harsh. But the first thing to do is you have to be very, very organized in the middle of the park, because traditionally, the Portuguese are very, very good in the middle. They are very organized. They play a close-knit football. You hardly get the ball off them. And we are talking about a Senegal, a Portugal that did not have Rafael Leo, who didn't have a Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the first thing, organization. The second one is focus. Let nobody be starstruck. The fact that Cristiano Ronaldo will be on the pitch does not mean the defenders must be ball watching, that they must be looking at his boots while he risks damage. That's the second thing. I'm being very, very practical here. The third one is that they should know that until the final whistle is blown, nothing is settled yet. Whether they are leading or they are losing, they should know that until the referee says the match is over, it is not over. Those are the three things that I quickly put down when we had this discussion, Femi, that they have to think about. Number one is organization. Number two is focus. Number three is forget who is on the other side. You are playing 11 players.
Okay.
11 players. Forget about the names. Forget about the Bruno Fernandes. Forget about the Rafael Lau. Forget about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva. Felix. Anybody. Forget about them. Just concentrate on playing your game. It is another game that has to be played and won. And the way to do it is to set out your team properly. Make sure that you are very, very organized. tight in the middle, tight in the defense, and any opportunities that come your way in attack, take it. Once you are organized and focused, and you do not get carried away by the Ronaldo jersey, I'm sure that half of the battle is already won.
Okay, I know Otuado must have taken down a number of points from that game. Like I said, I know they were going to watch that game. And of course, it's just 48 hours to the kickoff of the 2022 FIFA World Cup between Ecuador and, of course, the host nation, Qatar. James, it is also 6 days to Ghana's Group H opener against the Seleção of Portugal. James, do you think the performance we saw yesterday from the Fernando Santos side is a message to Ghana that we are coming for you?
No, there was nothing like any message. The Super Eagles were just so shambolic and disgraceful. I mean, so what
I know you'll be tempted to lash out at the Super Eagles.
Because I think what the Black Stars on their coaching crew should do, just sit down, watch the game, and just know where to work on. The Super Eagles made the Portuguese team look so overwhelmingly good that yesterday.
But they're not good?
They were good, but to make them extremely good, very good, like they are now one of the favorites to win the World Cup. So what I expect the Black Stars to do.
They are not on your list of favorites?
If you are putting maybe names like, before you even mention Portugal, you put teams like Argentina, Brazil, Germany. Before England. You start calling, no, England is not.
You didn't put Cameroon, they too said Cameroon.
That was another issue entirely. So for me, what I expect Black Stars to do against Portugal, don't give them too much respect. Don't give them too much space. You have to be a bit aggressive with them. Don't allow them the freedom to roam about the way they did against the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles just allow them to have a free time, enjoy themselves, knock the ball around. So you must not give them those opportunities, those chances, those spaces to operate on, because that was what they did against the Super Eagles. Everywhere was just so open, they were just having fun. I expected the Super Eagles to be a bit aggressive against
in the first
them.
Half.
Yeah, I was expecting the Super Eagles to even be a bit aggressive against a team that going to the World Cup, and you expect them to be a bit cautious. But they were the ones even, doing all the marking, doing all the tackling, going for the 50-50 balls. Our boys were just running up and down aimlessly. They were so disorganized, so I expect the Black Stars coaching crew to just don't even look at the result. Look at the way the Portuguese operate. Look at the way they go about, how they build up, how they move the ball around. So all they need to do is just knit the defense. The Super Eagles defense were just all over the place yesterday. You see the way they were just throwing passes here and there. One pass will just take away like 3 players. So the good thing is they have seasoned players like Jiku, they have players like Mohamed Salisu, they have Tariq Lam. These are guys that I believe will not just sit back and allow the Portuguese to run rings around them. And thank God that the party will be back in the team. So at least that midfield will show up. So there won't be all those spaces where they will just be operated and start hurting them. So for me, that's just it. Like I said, the result for me is they shouldn't bother themselves about the result. The Super Eagles were just a terrible team against Portugal. So just look at the positive that you can take from the game, and I believe they can hurt this Portuguese team. But like I said in our previous edition, the Black Stars attack must improve. It must improve. You just have to take as bad as the Super Eagles, as bad as they were there against Portugal. They still in the second half. They got a penalty, which unfortunately they lost. Chukwueze had a one-on-one, so they were still able to create some chances. So I expect Ghana to look into that. This Portuguese defense can be hot. It's only when you allow them to operate, allow them to have freedom of the.
It becomes
that's
difficult.
when you think, no, they will just run over you. So I believe that the Blacks have the players to contain them. But whether they will be able to go ahead and have that confidence to take the game to them and beat them, that's another thing.
Okay, Akayode, I think you and James, you have successfully demoralized the Super Eagles even more than the 4-0 the bashing they received in the hands of the Portuguese. But let me ask you, how timely do you think this game against Super Eagles versus Portugal, how timely do you think it came for the Otuado side on a day that I'm sure he was able to assess his side further in the victory over Switzerland, and the real opportunity was given to have a glimpse of what to expect against Portugal? How timely do you think this game really came for Otuado? Kayode?
Let me put a caveat year. No two games are the same. And in football is so funny that you do not say because Team A defeated Team B, so that and Team B, Team C defeated Team B, that means automatically Team C will be able to defeat Team A. But then there are some basic principles in football, like in life, that once you follow, you are able to manage the outcomes of whatever you do. In this case now, the fact that this game came like barely hours after Ghana played their own friendly game and few days to the World Cup, which means that the bulk of the players that will be at the World Cup were the players that played that game. So by now, any discerning coach can have a basic idea of what to expect. So in that case, this is a blessing in disguise. It's not even in disguise. It's a blessing for Ghana that they can see. And one other thing is the fact that the Portuguese are able, they beat Nigeria like this should tell Ghana that they are going to be tough customers. Number one. Two, the result against Switzerland, as good as it is, we all wanted it. But although I said I prefer the performance, should not carry anybody away. That because you have defeated Switzerland, that means and because you've defeated Nigeria to win the World Cup ticket, and that means Portugal will be easy made. No, it is possible to take points off Portugal, but it has to be worked for with sweat and blood. Yeah, everything shows. When I saw the Portuguese team, even though it was a friendly game, I saw that there were pressure points where they can be hurt. Like James said, we even as bad as the Nigerian team was, they still had opportunities to score goals. So what that means is, with the kind of if you have the heart and the determination and the desire, you could actually get your chances in front of goal. How you now take them is entirely up to you. But for chances, they're going to get some. It may not be as much as the ones they got against Switzerland, but they'll get their chances. So if you get 3 chances and you are able to score 1 or 2, and you are able to defend your goal with all you have, then I think they will even the odds a little bit. But going into it is no brainer that the Portuguese will be the favorite, the odds-on favorite to win. But that does not mean it is certain that they're going to win. Ghana can do 1 or 2 tricks, and if they're able to do it, they can get something out of the game. Who says they cannot even
win? Okay. So, in fact, the comment you made about Ghana, that the fact that Ghana should not be taken away about the victory over Switzerland, you took it out of my mouth because, of course, I listened to some of the interviews the guys had with journalists after the game. They were so they were upbeat ahead of the World Cup, but of course, they also need to focus on the task ahead. Don't be complacent at this time. And I think after that game against between Nigeria and Portugal, the video analysts in the Black Stars will have a whole textbook of a note that they must have taken down. Now, guys, let's go to Senegal now. Yesterday, sadly, doctors confirmed that Sadio Mane will be out of the World Cup because of the knee injury he sustained while playing for Bayern Munich about last week. And James, how did that come for you? Remember that we knew at some point he would not be able to participate for Senegal. Yeah, maybe we're looking at maybe some games, maybe the first or second games. Yeah. But now it's been confirmed that he wouldn't recover.
Yeah, it's very bad news. But I wasn't that surprised because even his club, Bayern Munich, had come out to say he was going to go through some tests. I know how long that will take. The result, so when you calculate, you know that it will be very, very difficult for Mane to make the cut. And even if they even rushed him into the team, I mean, you're going to get like a man who operates on like 50%.
Maybe a Beckham of 2002 World Cup.
Yeah, something like that. So for me, it's a terrible news. It is somebody who was pivotal for Senegal winning the AFCON and qualifying for the World Cup, and for him to now miss the main thing. I mean, it's so terrible. We've had top stars like N'Golo Kante, Pogba,
Christian Nkunku now, Christopher Nkunku.
So it's so unfortunate for him. Like we said before, this is the opportunity now for Coach Aliou Cisse now. You have to now re-strategize because we all know that the team revolves around Mane. You know, he's the key man. He's everything about the team. So what now? He might even be a blessing in disguise for them now, because now every other team that's going to play there now, they know that Mane is like the face of the team. But now, who are they going to face? So that's another strategy to apply now.
Okay.
You just have to put the team in a way that you not even know who is the key.
It's going to be the ROH.
Yes, you know. So that's another issue now for the coach to operate. We've seen teams that when they lost their main guy, their main player, I mean, they still went ahead to do something. Remember in 2012 for Euros Championship, immediately Ronaldo got injured. Everybody thought, oh, that's the end for Portugal.
Yeah.
But the other guys, they rose up. Even it was an unlikely source.
You mean 2016?
2016, when Eder was his name.
Yeah,
He became the
Eder,
hero. So sometimes this thing is now depends on how the other cast, how they react to the bad news. This is time to brace up. This is time to come all out and show that you are not a one-man team. Fine, you always want your key player to be around, but you know injuries is part of the game. So this is time for them now to stand up and be counted. And I believe that if they do this, I believe they can shock their other group of opponents.
Okay, Kayode, may God rest his soul. This is not like Diego Maradona missing the World Cup for Argentina, you know, while he was alive. The sad news came yesterday that Sadio Mane will not be playing for Senegal at the World Cup, and unfortunately, their first game is going to be against Holland. It won't be very easy for them.
Well, it was something that didn't come to me as a surprise because we all knew there was a possibility that he could be missing the World Cup, even though the FIFA Secretary General said they were going to consult some juju.
Fatma Samora.
Unfortunately, that did not come to pass. It's a dark day.
Did you say be scared of the injury?
Yeah, they say maybe the juju got scared of the injury. They say a tree does not make a forest. Yeah, but in some instances, a tree can determine how the forest will look like. That's what Sadio Mane has come to be for this team, and unfortunately, he won't be there. I hope the coaches are able to put their heads together and fashion out a format, a formation that will play to the strength of the other players. It's tough losing a player of his caliber, that I must tell you. But the show must go on. That's why they have 26 players. If one is not playing, the rest should step up to the plate. But I think 30% of the firepower of Senegal and about 50-60% of their motivation is going to be absent with Sadio Mane not being in the squad.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming on our daily countdown. James Agberibi, thank you for coming around.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So please, with Super Eagles of Nigeria, Temper just use it, mercy, okay? Kayode Ogundare, thank you for joining us via phone today.
Thank you very much, it's always a pleasure.
Okay, so guys, we look forward to our final countdown before the kickoff of the tournament on Sunday. Remember, it will be between Ecuador and host Qatar. We hope that this World Cup is going to live up to the expectation and, of course, maybe relegate all the controversies that are surrounded it. And, of course, the Black Stars, like I said earlier, they will be heading to Qatar today as well as Portugal because, of course, they will be doing business. They will be at loggerhead in the next 6 days in the Group H opener of the tournament. And, guys, thank you so much for your comment. Of course, we read all of them after Ghana's victory. You are happy, and we are happy right there. And we hope that come November 24th, we will be able to come around and review Ghana's game against Portugal with so much smile and joy in our heart because we want to say the Black Stars do well. Not only the Black Stars, of course, all the other African representatives that will be playing at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. So tomorrow, watch out for our final countdown. Remember, it was a 30-day journey and it will be terminating tomorrow. So catch you all tomorrow on our final daily countdown to the kickoff of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. I remain Olufemi Ashaolu. Bye for now.